oh wow, yeah, I really shut down around my father, and and then that continued with my choice of being with Corey. Was that
You shut
I
down
also
around him.
so it
Yeah.
just helped unveil a lot of the shutdown, which I just had to just cry about. That was what I was mostly crying about. It's like all these years of my life not really being me and not, just trying to survive in this environment of
And
of
now,
that.
if you were to talk to that part of yourself, maybe using your hands from your present self, your mature self, your self-realized self, to the one that's been crying all these years, what would the conversation, if you want to do it with your hands, it makes it more physical, or however you do it, sound like?
Well, if this is the old me, the new me is like, I just have so much compassion for you for having gone
Yeah.
through this, that you feel so closed up and that it's been so hard to open up. And so now what I want to encourage in you is to just sort of gently open, and have it doesn't have to be shown to the rest of the world, but for me, just with I want to encourage you, you're so tender and sweet that, I know it's uncomfortable for you to come out, but it's this is this is like the most important thing to
This
really
is
become.
beautiful. Even now, you can feel the tears coming down from your eyes. If your tears were to have a voice, what would they say right now that matches the sensations you're feeling?
So grateful for this opportunity to still be alive and that we're get to express whether that's, any of the emotions, and it's
Any and
okay.
all of the emotions. Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
like
This is
it's a safe
beautiful.
safe place. Like I can
Now,
tell I'm creating a safe place for me.
there's another layer here between these, and the other layer is along with talking to the part of yourself that's broken down, that's held back, that's of course done its best it could do to survive in your relationship to your dad, now needs to know that this one, I'll always be there for you. It's safe to come out now. And then for this one to have a conversation back. Oh, I'm so tired of, having to hold back all these years. What a relief. So let's hear that level of the conversation now.
Yeah, well that this one is like, yeah, it's like it's a bit angry too. It's like, how dare you forsake me, and leave me alone, you know? And why
All these
weren't you
years.
why weren't you smart enough to figure out how shut down I was?
Keep going.
And
Yeah.
there's a lot of anger around that. I'm like, how old, just having turned 59 and I'm still so closed, and like I can't seem to manage much at all. It has to be such a simple life and not very expansive and sharing with other people who I really am. So it's just pissed off that it's just taking so long. And how dare dad, you know? I just, I've done my best to be kind to him, but I'm also tired of trying to be kind to him, and he's not going to
Yeah.
change his behavior.
Yeah.
And so,
You've put strong boundaries down this time. I'm here for a week. I leave, I go to this wedding. I'm here for you, but I'm not here to take care of you in a enabling way that keeps your anger intact. And there's more of a conversation between these two. I'd like to see it because it's almost as though this one needs to be more comforting and this one needs to be more encouraged to go, you know what, I feel better now. I feel like you've got my back, and
yeah,
I can you've got my back, and it's safe for me not just to wallow in pain because that's not my true identity either. Now I'm
right.
ready to feel my tenderness, my beautiful, loving soul, my creativity, my caring for myself, as well as all the people that come into my dance classes and who I can help with my therapy and counseling. I'm ready to be there for me, for my other sides of me. Let's do this together. So let that part of the conversation still emerging. Let's hear it. Let's hear you take a stab at it. Just doesn't matter
Yeah,
what you say, but in conversations important. Go ahead.
like a little like negotiation needs to happen.
It's a
Like,
renegotiation of contract. This one would basically be saying, Actually, I have this in my book, and I want to send you as part of being of support to you. I have it's on Amazon, it's on audible.com. I'm going to
Okay.
send you both the e-version and the electronic book and the audio book. There's a chapter in there on relationships, and in the chapter on relationships, conversation about renegotiation of contract between one side of yourself and another, or it could be between one person and another, that sounds just like this: A
Yeah.
to B. I am happy that you've been here with me all these years, yet I realize that you have been held back, held down, been suppressed, feeling sad. And for me to feel empowered, nurtured, inspired by you, I need for you to change, add, or delete these qualities. And in exchange, I'll be able to be more present for you because I won't always feel like I'm enabling someone's always feeling bad all the time. It doesn't serve either one of us. Why are you willing to do that? Then the other one, I'm just doing it for you first, then you do your own version.
Yeah.
Says, I heard what you say. I heard you said that you're tired of enabling me being a mess, that I can't take care of nurturing myself, as I take care of everyone else. And I'm crying all the time, feeling bad, feeling angry. You know what? That's really helpful because I'm tired of it too. I've been there and I've overdone that. Okay, I'm willing from this moment on to turn my pain into compassion, my feeling that I'm feeling sorry for myself into planting some beautiful flowers and gardens and taking care of myself with food and dance even more than I had done before, not just everybody else. And what would I add? I'll take some more walks in the park and photos and artwork. And hey, I need for you to also add, delete, or change something because you have been not present for me in a way that I need. And here's what I need for you to add, delete, or change. I heard you say that you need this for me to delete and change, and you like this about me. Okay, from now on, I'm willing to be kinder to you, or I'm able to be more present to you, or not run away. And so we've got this together. Oh, that's so beautiful. And then closure with the hand. So I just did it for you, but not really. It's like hearing about a movie that you haven't seen yet. Now it's your turn to do your version, your embodied version.
Hmm. Well, here,
Renegotiation of contract.
yeah, this is the turning point, we're going to say. I was going to call, like, so this is my shy, sad self. And so I want to bring you up and let you know that it's okay to mature because it feels like you've felt so stuck for so long. And so I just want you to know that I'm really here for you, and there are no new requirements. I just want to help you feel safe. And that, I feel, is what's my job in order for us to work together. I just feel like you felt like I wasn't there for you, but I actually am here for you. I really am. I'm very aware now of who and how you are and why you've felt so shut down for so long. And now's the turning point where we can work together. And so I know doing all these things, all the dance classes and all the teaching and stuff, you still feel kind of like you have to manage it all by yourself, and you're not gonna have to do that anymore from this shut down position. And so I feel like it's time for us to come together and for you to feel like you can be heard, especially. You don't have to shut down your expression, you don't have to shut down your voice, you don't have to you can be loud. You can play loud music, you can dance loudly, you can share with other people without being afraid. And that's I need to know that I you need to know that I am a stand for you for all these reasons. And I see all the things that you've been through, and I'm so grateful that you're still standing. That
That's beautiful. Now, the other side, first in active listening, repeats, here's what I heard you say, starting with that, with the other
here's
half.
what I heard, here's what I heard you say. That you see me and you hear me, and that you're encouraging me to be present with you as well, and that I don't feel like I have to do it and be it all alone anymore. I know I've been feeling like that for a very long time. So I accept you extending yourself to me and helping me find my own light, and that we can become even brighter together rather than separate. And
Beautiful. And here's what I would appreciate for you to add, delete, and change as well, because it's always a dual contract. It's a dual
it, I would
renegotiation. Go ahead.
I would really like for you to let me cry if I feel scared, and just be there for me and not push my feelings aside. And like the way I noticed Dad was just cutting Mom off, and I don't want you to cut me off. I want you to let me just feel my feelings and be there with me, and then that's going to help heal me. I could really use your help with that, because that's I just saw that so clearly this last week with Dad. And so I really want to feel completely heard and seen, and I'm going to let you know if I feel very reticent to share with you, because it's very vulnerable for me to share, because it's been.
Beautiful. And now the other one's in active listening says, here's what I heard you say, and I appreciate it. And here's what I'm willing to add, delete, or change.
I heard what you said, and I can understand why you're so reticent to open up, and I'm here for you. And here's what I could use from you. Just make it very clear, if you are feeling bad, I need you to clearly communicate with me that you need me to be present with you, because sometimes I forget and I'm off onto the next thing. And so please help me slow down to help you unfold, so I can witness you unfolding, and we can do this together.
Beautiful. Now put your hands together as an expression of doing this together. Feel that warmth and the sweatiness and that feeling of the composure and the prayerful position you're in, that feeling of deep gratitude and humbleness and vulnerability and the beauty of your exquisite, fully expressive spirit that is now dancing,
Mm-hmm.
connecting what has been held separate for so long. We're doing this together. You can see that pose. And whenever you put your hands in that position, or even think about putting your hands in that position, do it
Yeah.
slowly now in slow motion, coming from separate to together, really infinitesimally slow, the edge of movement and stillness. And then feel that beautiful embrace, like two lovers that have been separate for so long, two sides of yourself that have been held separate for so long, together as never before. Together we open the door. Together we remember what we've come here for. Awake, awake for goodness sake. So this is a lovely new conversation. Physically, somatically, what has shifted from this exercise? And it's beautiful to see how deeply moved you are feeling right now. And what are you going to remember physically that's happening right now as anchors to come back to this place when you need it the most?
It feels like my stomach is digesting. It's literally like it's moving. Like it feels like warm, but it feels like things are moving through rather
Yeah,
than stuck.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
literally feel more movement in my blood, in my even in my tears, and like
yes.
allowance of movement, and letting it not be stagnant, and like recognizing it. I feel completely fluid right now.
Mm.
And
The more I trust what I deeply know,
mhm, the more I trust what I deeply know,
the more my thoughts,
the more my thoughts,
my words,
my words,
and my actions
and my actions
fully, freely flow.
fully, freely flow.
Simple rhyme, easy to remember, a wonderful practice to add to enhancing all the things you've been doing up to now. So this really shifts your state. It's really powerful, very simple exercise. You can do that with anything. You can do it with anything that you've held separate. There are you and another
Mhm.
part of you, one person and another person. It's a renegotiation of contract. It's the essence of fulfilling relating with peace and harmony, cooperation. It's interesting what you said about the stomach, because the stomach is about digestion. And if the stomach were to have a voice, I'll
Mhm.
first again set the stage for you. The stomach may say something like, I can stomach this. I can digest this. I can assimilate this new approach to being at one with what I've held separate. And the flow of blood in your body, that was what was connecting to the flow, what led me to say, the
Uh-huh.
more I trust what I know, the more things flow. As I feel the nuance, meance, everything enhances. There's a feeling of beautiful fluidity, from rigidity to fluidity in my thinking, my speaking, my actions, my interactions. So this is beautiful. The whole body now, what sensations are you experiencing throughout the body as a result of this practice?
Well, it feels like I could relax. It's like animated relaxation.
Yeah,
And
beautiful. Yawn on
like
the truth.
yeah, not really held. That's the sensation. It's very, I mean, like embraced, but not trying to hold myself up.
Yeah, I would say it's more of a feeling of being embraced than just braced,
Yeah,
to play
yes,
with the word.
very good. Yes, exactly. Rather than this.
Exactly. That's an
That
old
was how
you.
I would, yeah, and
Yeah,
that's
and
definitely how
now
I was showing up. Like that's how I was going to Idaho. I was like, oh shit, how is this all gonna happen?
you
And then
have
I
a
was like,
whole new
more.
way, a whole renewing way of dealing with it. Now, moving your hands from the right side of your screen to the left, which then from me, the audience, translates as you moving from left to right, from past to future. As you move your hands in this direction, say these words and notice what follows. From now on,
From now on, I embrace I embrace myself.
beautiful. And even as you say it, it's lovely that your hands are pressing together. You feel the warmth between the fingers, the tingliness as well. This is lovely. So again, even putting the hands like this or remembering this dance of movement of opposites, this figure eightness that is also emerging, not just left to right, but circular and spirally as well, gives you this lovely, you're a dancer, and so am I, dance of movement, expression, the full honoring of the full gamut of emotions, creativity, and expression. Wow, that puts
Mm.
you in a really powerful resource state. I love it.
Yeah, yes,
With
that was
this in mind now, not just for your own inner life and inner practice, yet also now in your work in the world and what you're ready to move into, because now it feels to me that a lid has been lifted that has been suppressing and pushing back your self-expression in many, many ways. Now
correct.
we can start working on bringing out your voice and message and wisdom in the world as you dream possible, letting go of playing it small, holding back, holding on to hesitation and doubt. That doesn't belong anymore. All that's useful in the realm of taking a pause, but not holding back as the old way. But taking a pause is healthy. So when there's fear, when there's sadness, sitting in that place of compassion until, like in the Quaker meetings, until you're moved to speak or moved to write, moved to share a new idea of a dance class or a new therapy approach that you're going to bring to the world, or for seniors or people like your mom and dad. I'm sure that will be very fulfilling for you until, and I have a sense they will